Shopping Queen. Today I want to show you some items I bought at our last event. This is a summer camp that is annually, and sometimes I go there for shopping because I need this stuff for my little movie I'm planning, documentary for. It's about the time of Buffalo Bill, and so I cannot beat everything myself, so it's a good thing to look for what's available. I want to show you some items I bought. So, how all this crazy stuff is coming together. I bought an old knife. I love old knives. To make a knife sheet is not the problem, but to get really cool old knives. And this one is, I think, a French one. I love the handle. Not that I have not enough knives, but can't be enough. I don't have any shoes, but okay. Then another one that I bought off is this little conch necklace that's worn. Oops, it's worn here. Yeah. And I really love this pink conch with this old key and the old Russian beads. I really love, so that's cool. That's something somebody could have been worn on the Buffalo Bill show. So perfectly for us. Then what I bought is this gun case. Here. This is also perfectly Buffalo Bill show with the flags. Flags were quite commonly used and beaded around the 1890s to 1910, and this is a great example. That's it's a reproduction. And this is cool also for our Buffalo Bill style stuff, movie insert that will come. So I'm really glad about this. Every item I can buy, I don't have to beat by myself. So it reduces the time to be prepared. We have to start now. It's about collecting money and to getting the first movie stuff rolling. So then I bought this one here. This is like these auto sashes or 4 sashes that were worn. I don't know if I made a video in my English channel. I have made it in German. So this is worn around the neck, and maybe it was made for a child from the size. And here you have these quilled slats, and this was quite common in the time of Buffalo Bill, where the people were even had breastplates completely quilled. It was they spent so much time in their attire. This was really cool. It was a really, the woman had time, so they beaded a lot of stuff, and even they quilled even gramophones and cases for violence and whatever. This was a crazy time where the woman started to have time because they were not preparing all the animal hides, and they had not to move around with the teepees and whatever, because they were in reservations, early reservation time, and they could do beadwork because they had the time for it, and they also made money for it. It was a very important income source for the ladies of the 1890s to 1910s on the reservation, especially on the Lakota, Dakota, Cheyenne reservations. So then I have to put it away. Then another item. This is a mirror. You see here. These were commonly used by male dancers, but they are also used today. But this is a reproduction of an old item that was used around 1890 maybe for a dancer, and it fits also completely to this Buffalo Bill show event stuff. These are also quite commonly used by chicken dancers today. But I'm really glad that I found it. I really love it. It has a great patina. It's totally cool. Then next item. So what that? These are tassels. When you have an upper arm bracelet, armlet, made mostly of quilled slats. Then these little danglers were hanging on it and just fluffing around. And this is also wrapped with quill. And the tin cones, these were commonly used also in the 1890s for armlets. So this is cool. Somebody did not need it anymore, and it was really cool. But these guys here don't have this. Ha. Here, this guy has some armlets here. Normally these tassels would hang on this. Yeah. Then, and the little boy here, whoops, here has such a mirror sash with quilled slats here on the underside, on the front side. Yeah, postcards, old postcards for YouTube videos. They were also in my shopping cart. That's very cool, very beautiful stuff. There's one, for example, one here from LA in the, I don't know, I think 1910s or whatever, from a dance troupe, for example. This is really cool. And it's then we had also a postcard as a stereo card. It's very cool. It's more rare, and even than Buffalo Bill. We had Buffalo Bill card and whatever. And what I really liked is, for example, this guy here with this dentalium shell vest. That's really cool. Some to get some stuff where I can use the pictures, because this is the time frame from the photographer. The photographer had to be dead for 70 years, and also the people on it. That's German law. So that's cool, because the old postcards are old postcards and they can be used for this. Yeah, some great. I was looking for a special one, but I cannot find currently. This is as always. So, but cool videos will come. That's what I needed for. Then what I have here is buttons, round buttons, and these are for Napoleonic times. They quite often are looking for these really round buttons. So I thought of taking it with me. Better to buy it than later to think on what you need. Then what I found was some old cheap mugs. Beaded. It's very cool. I cannot beat everything for my little movie, so something like this is really cool. So then somebody sold me this one. These ones here, cuffs with Dakota Cheyenne design, something like this. It's also Buffalo Bill time. It's very cool. Yeah, I mean I beaded a lot of them, but to buy some another pair is really cool. So then also back. No, that's wrong. Side is up. And you see the difference in the designs. These designs are from the Intermontane tribes and the Crow tribe, for example, or Plateau tribes. And they are very geometric, but different than the Lakota Cheyenne things that are counted. This might be a Cheyenne pattern, and it's a pipe bag with pipe. That was also cool. Also for a little movie. This year, I don't know, maybe not. We have a collector's room, and maybe we can build it in this room. So this is fine too. Then we had also some pipes, candidate pipes. I'm looking for them, and they are not too expensive, because we have a room, a little museum room, and they are laying some pipes, and to make this glass case full, it's quite good to have the pipes there, even if I don't need them personally, but we need them for the glass case. Then something else, I have blues here but I will do later videos on it. Might be 1890 to 1900, and it's really cool because it's 2 layers. You have an inside layer with these hooks here. It's really interesting. I had to buy it because of a reference. For example, here you see all these hook and A's for the cover, for the front, for closing it. I think it's a front. Yes, I think it's a front and the back. And the funny thing is, what I really loved about it, it's a thin material, and inside this is worn over a corset. And the inside here, I try to show it, is a perfectly fitted blouse from a cotton fabric, and then the decor is added, so it's really great. But I will do some other videos about this. I had to have it because when you buy a pattern, even an old pattern, you don't know or you don't see how they made it, because this information, how they finish it, how they sew it, how much for example, here you see it's very uncommon, so that they don't have, normally we now have a rickrack stitch to make it clean, that it's not going open, the waving, where the fabric is cut. So this is interesting for how they did it back then. So still Buffalo Bill movie. We also have some visitors. That's for it. Then I had a little necklace, some diamonds, best man's friend in this case. And I had this in toy size, but I like the claws. They are here, they are made of wood, and when I have a little bit of sandpaper, they will really look really cool. And all the other stuff is cut away, so I will make another necklace like the one I showed you before. So then I had a bow case. This is a Cheyenne pattern. As I said, it's also a reproduction, hobbyist reproduction, but it's cool to use, and it was not too expensive with bow. And we have this collector's room that we have to decorate, and there's plenty of stuff going in to make a full room. As they were in the around 1900, they were not just minimalist, they had thrown in whatever they had. So making a full room means a lot of stuff. So I'm collecting now also for this room to make it full. So then I had another bag, also crow style, and one that, okay, it was cheap enough. Maybe it's a proposed item, maybe a Cheyenne Lakota style, whatever. It's for making the scenery full, so in a cheap way. I don't have to beat everything myself because it's a lot of time. This is a lot of time. Then I had an old dress that was also very cheap because somebody had to cut off the cowrie shells from it, but I can add some new ones. But I like the patina, and it's made with these metal seconds in the downside part, whatever. I really like that, and it was really cheap. It was cheaper than, even if I would buy material, then it would be more expensive than what I paid for the dress. So I can add the cowries again, and that's fine. Absolutely fine for a movie. Then I had some leggings, a pair of leggings. It's also cool because it's not perfectly what I was looking for, but it will work. I mean, it's always a mess of things. It's not just one piece. And we work with the cheerleader effect, so it's when you have a ton of items, then not all items had to be perfect. It's like when you see a cheerleader or cheerleaders, then you think all these girls are very beautiful, but when you see the close up of the single girls, they don't look so beautiful as when they were in the mess. And this is called the cheerleader effect in the decoration. So it's simply a question of mess. And when you have a ton of stuff, you won't see, for example, on this leggings, that somebody here added this little piece of leather with these beads here. What's absolutely not correct for the time. It's typical hobby stuff. But you won't notice it in the mass of items what I'm planning for this Buffalo Bill picture I need. So, but it's cool. They were payable, so it's cool. I don't care about when they don't pay a ton of money. So I don't care about these little details because it's a mass thing, you know. It's a cheerleader effect, so I don't care. This is a cool thing. So then, wait, what I had done is a horse mess. Let's see what I will do with it. Maybe a cool video for YouTube. So this is a cool thing. And then I have to look for seller. I had a pendant for the scalp lock. That's also cool. It's synthetic hair. That's also not my choice, but in the mess, I don't care. Then here I have also a box. That's cool too. It's just a few of the items I bought. It was, as I said, it was a little bit like a shopping queen. I don't have a lot of pairs of shoes, but what I have is a lot of people. Also some beads for crafting and some other beads for crafting. I love this. It's the old red white inside, or rose white inside. These are very rare beads, so I was very lucky to find these, even if it's just a few strands. But they're not much in common, so you take what you get, and you have to be fast because other people like them too. Then I also had, I think, 2 roaches, but this is not here. Then, and what I really liked, what I really loved, that I found it and I could buy it. And now, please don't laugh. Prairie turnips. Why? Because cool for a YouTube video, and they are very difficult to get here because it's who goes to the prairie and harvesting prairie turnips for shipping them off to Germany with all this law stuff, whatever. So it's very cool because it's very rare to get them here, and it's also cool for another YouTube video. So yeah, stay tuned what I will do as videos, maybe with more inside than this one here currently. But I wanted to show you my treasures, some of my treasures I found. Yeah, some of the treasures I found, so maybe it was a little bit interesting what I would buy when I go to an encampment, to a reenactment fair encampment in inside. It's closed for the public, so maybe it's interesting what people like me would buy when they have the chance to. So it's not Wish You, the dream world, because there were a lot of other items I really loved and I really would think of to buy, but they were not cheap enough to buy. You cannot buy all. I mean, it's I don't have the coin machine at home to fulfill my dreams. But it was okay, and I'm really happy what I found. And yeah, so let's see. Bye.